Yo, what is going on guys, Tom here, welcome back to a brand new video in a brand new league battle in a brand new league. We are here for the UPSL Week 1 versus Tony and the Washington Pyroars, and we're hoping to come out with a win. I just want to start the season off with a big win, small win, I don't care. I just want to win this week to start off a positive season. I'm really hoping that this can be a really good season for me. I haven't really had the best seasons in non-WPL seasons. I believe I've only made playoffs in one other league, which was the PWC season 5. I'm really hoping I can change that around this season and be able to be one of the top teams in this league is the main goal. So anyway, let's jump right into the battle. So I lead off with Stack Attack as he leads off with the Ambi Bomb. He goes straight for the fake out, which is a very safe play. I mean, there is no reason for me to switch. This is my main way to take the hit from Ambi Bomb. So turn 2, he makes an interesting play. He goes straight for the fling. Now, this was an interesting play because the fling, with the King's Rock, does mean that this is a double flinch Ambi Bomb, which I think is quite cool. I quite like the idea of a double flinch Ambi Bomb, but I don't know if you should have wasted it on the Stack Attacker right now. And speaking of kind of wasting, he just goes with the Power Punch and sacks off his Ambi Bomb. I go for a Stone Edge and connect. I went for the Stone Edge over Gyrable just in case he went into something like Stealer or Tentacle or even Umbreon. Because any of them could have come in and taken the Gyrable. Even Volk could have taken the Gyrable. The only one that couldn't take it was Alakazam, and there would be no reason to hard switch to Alakazam on me. But he's going to bring out Alakazam next, and I'm going to predict the Focus Blast and go to my Tangrowth, as we see that is what he does. Now, here, I realised I didn't have Rock Slide. I actually thought I had Rock Slide, but I had 4 other moves, which were decent moves, and they were decent coverage for his team. I had Knock Off, EQ, Power Whip, and Synthesis, I don't know. I honestly don't know my 4th move. It wasn't Synthesis. It was another attack move, but it was an interesting one. But it wasn't Rock Slide. Here, I probably would have gone for the Rock Slide. It wouldn't have killed the Volcarona on the switch, but it would have done some damage as he makes the switch. I went for the Power Whip. I feel like I definitely should have knocked over EQ, but luckily we do not get Flame Bodied. So I'm going to Pelipper, just to limit the amount of setup he can do, as he goes for the Quiver Dance. I couldn't go hard Lycanroc there, because if he went for the Giga Drain, and I don't know if he needed a crit without boosts, but he could have definitely knocked out the Lycanroc, and then I would have potentially got swept by this in the late game. So I just sack off Pelipper pretty much to just get the chip damage. I would like to have on the Volcarona. You're going to see when he does knock us out that with the leftover recovery puts him at 100. And I wasn't actually sure if Lycanroc did 100, but it was really the only play, as it does. And unfortunately we get Flame Bodied. Now, if we didn't get Flame Bodied here, he brings us Stealer next, but if we didn't get Flame Bodied, there's a chance I feel like I could have just won. Because he goes for I go for the Swords Dance on his Leech Seed, and I do 55, I believe, here with the Splintered Storm Shards. So I'm not too sure if that killed, if I wasn't burned, but if it did, I would have probably had the game there by just clicking a Cell Rock against, or Sucker Punch against the Alakazam, and Stone Edge hitting the other two. If I could connect some Stone Edges, I probably could have made this Lycanroc win the game, but Lycanroc unfortunately did get burned and goes down. So I'm going to send out Hydreigon next and just go for a safe Flamethrower and get rid of the Stealer. So he definitely could have got Umbray there, but I was just kind of predicting that he'd stayed in, and he did, and the Flamethrower just kills the Stealer. He brings out Umbreon now, and I'm going to go into Stack Attacker, I believe, as it's my primary check for Umbreon, as he throws off a Toxic. I'm going to go for the EQ here, because I was pretty much thinking that I could Stone Edge, but most likely he actually switches here to try and get something else in, because Umbreon can't do that much to me. It had Pursuit as its only attack. I found out after the battle. It was Wish Protect, so he could do about 3% with the Pursuit, or 5% I think without me being a defense boost, so he couldn't really do much. So I'm going to throw off an EQ and just knock out the Jelly Boy, and he's down to just Alakazam and Umbreon, and he brings out Alakazam, and here, if he clicks Focus Blast, I'm in a bit of trouble. And by a bit, I mean, if I leave Stack Attacker in on the Focus Blast and he goes for it, he probably wins. So, in hindsight, I actually should have switched Tangrove 100% of the time, but I predicted he wouldn't Focus Blast here. He doesn't. He also has Shadow Ball, which we live, we EQ, but I feel like I definitely made the wrong play. I should have probably just gone Tang, made the safe play, because if I had let my Stack Attacker go, if he'd hit the Focus Blast, which is obviously 70% accurate, he knocks us out, then I bring in Lele, and I cannot do 50, I cannot 2-hit KO Umbreon after the leftovers recovery, so I would have just lost in the game at that stage to Umbreon just stalling the remainder of my team out with Toxic Wish Protect, and Pursuit really didn't do anything. Still feel like he should have had Foul Play over Pursuit, because he could have beaten Stack Attacker one-on-one, but you're going to see here, I'm able to just Umbreon stalls for about 20 turns, I think, and I'm just going to slowly whittle him down, but he's going to have the Wish Protect, and pretty much I use Stack Attacker, you just EQ for a few more turns, then I bring in Lele, and I'm able to go for a couple of Moon Blasts, realize it doesn't do much, and then I bring out Hydra to see how much Hydra Gun can do, and it does 52, and I have to switch because the Draco, obviously. Then I bring out Tangrove, and he gets for a Toxic, I believe I knock him off, as I do, to get rid of the lefties, and he goes for a Pursuit, as I believe I go for a Power Whip here, and I go for another one, and Wish Protect. So I'm bringing out Stack Attacker, and I'm just going to lock myself into Stone Edge. I'm going to miss this one here, unfortunately, because I think if I hit that, I knocked him out. But full, I'm just going to be able to Stone Edge him, and he goes for a Pursuit. So he's going to Wish, and I'm going to hit another Stone Edge, and I'm going to win this game 4-0. Now, I just want to talk about if I actually had missed that Stone Edge there. He would be back at 100, and I would 2-hit KO. I would hit one, and if he pursuited, and I missed another one, I mean, there is some areas, if I just missed a couple of Stone Edges, he could have still had this game. So that's pretty scary, dude. Umbreon is a threat. I was not expecting Umbreon to be an issue this game, but it really was. And that was a good game to Tony. I come out with the 4-0, but it really feels more like a 1 or 2-0. It felt like a very close game. Whereas if you look at differential points alone, it was not a close game because 4-0 this week. Now, next week we're up against Papa Senpai. I'm not too sure about his team name, so I'm not even going to try and send it, or say it, sorry. But, yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye.